Hi, everyone in family daycare land, all you fabulous educators out there. I'm so excited. I'm here with Sree Devi. But first of all, I want to introduce myself. I'm Louise Dorrat, and I am in Narum in Melbourne on Wurundjeri country of the Kulin Nation. And a lot of you at family daycare educators are on Gadigal land in the Iora Nation, but wherever we are across Australia, we're on Aboriginal land. And I'm privileged to be able to facilitate this session on the joys of music and movement and storytelling in family daycare with the one and only Sree Devi Thatikonda, who was a family daycare or is a family daycare educator, but I knew her when I managed family daycare, and Sree Devi was an educator at the time, still is. And when I was asked to choose an educator, I thought I'd go no further. So, Sree Devi, over to you. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Oh, hello everyone. This is Sree Devi here from the Wurundjeri land, and I have been a family daycare educator for the last 29 years with Greater Dandenong Family Daycare Service. Thank you, Louise, for having a chat with me today. It's my privilege to join in.
29. I had no idea it was 29 years. So, Sree Devi, I visited your home many times and you're always singing and dancing with the children. Tell me, why is music, movement, and storytelling so important to you as a family daycare educator?
For me, music and movement, I truly believe it nourishes and enhances our well-being and our children's well-being in a holistic way, be it the physical health aspect of it or the emotional, psychological well-being. We need music to keep us in a good fit of mind.
We certainly do. So, in your family daycare program, how often do you do music, movement, and storytelling?
Um, it happens all the time in different various aspects and different ways. Sometimes it might be a planned session, or sometimes it might be that spontaneous thing that happens, or sometimes we have as part of our routines, or we have music playing in the background, using it as a tool to teach new skills and new attribute and learning experiences to the children. Most of all, sometimes to break the long routine days of structured play. Every time we have a 5-minute session or a minute of dancing or music, it just breaks the ice and we are much more relaxed at the end of the day.
Aren't we? Sri Devi, when you were talking about when you do music, movement, dancing, creative arts, it reminded me of the definition of curriculum in the early years learning framework and the same definition of program in the framework school age care, of the interactions, the routines, the planned, the unplanned, and the events. And you just said that. Thank you. And that was not scripted. Excellent. So show me, what do you do with the children?
Oh, well, I would love to show you some of my resources today and actually do a little, show you a little rhyme that I learned from YouTube videos. In the recent days with technology around, it's easy to source material and pick up new lyrics, which I was not aware of through technology. I'm going to show you a song, um, the Old MacDonald Had a Farm song, but in Hindi, which is the national language of India. Telugu is my mother tongue, so it is totally a new language for me, Hindi. But seeing the YouTube videos, I picked up this skill, and it goes to the tune of Old MacDonald Had a Farm. So I'm going to introduce you my little props that I've. So this is my Old MacDonald, and this was done by one of my child who's a kinder age child. I helped cut out the costume and things, but they did the pasting and they created the smiley face Old MacDonald in there. And I'll be using some other props. Oh, look at that. The twig from my apple tree. So this is all natural material we used using scraps. So it's recyclable art as well as sustainable resource. And most of all, it's just done by us. So it's very, very personal to us. And that's why it makes it extra special. We might be using some hand puppets. This we can buy in the shops. Sometimes when we don't have something, we create our own puppets. Whichever way, there's no right or wrong way of doing music or with the children or having fun. Just think out of the box. Oops. And this is my little duck. It's from a picture card, actually, that I use with the children. I didn't have a duck puppet. And then we have our very own resources, our very own ducks, mew cows, oink oink pigs. So we just use the body actions and we teach. This is my Bude Baba, Old MacDonald. Bude Baba kata ek type E-I-E-I-O. Uske खेत पर कई बतख E-I-E-I-O. करे quack quack यह करे quack quack वह यह quack वह quack E-I-E-I-O. हर जगह quack quack E-I-E-I-O. बूढ़े बाबा काता एक तक E-I-E-I-O. उसके खेत पर कई बतख E-I-E-I-O. So, and the song continues to the tune of Old MacDonald with different animals. Thank you.
Love that. What else? You said that you did songs in routines. So, for example, what would you do if you were changing a baby's nappy? How would you use music?
As part of our routines, nappy changing is one of the major things where we spend heaps of time, personal, one-on-one interactive time with the children. And that's the perfect moment to bond with them. So when I change nappies, as I engage them with songs, in my room, I actually have a wallpaper border of animals in it. So it's an easy catch to start off with Old MacDonald Farm with them and do the various sounds in an animated voice, and that connects with the children. And the other songs I sing with them is like open, shut them, small, quick songs. Open, shut them, open, shut them, give a little clap. Open, shut them, open, shut them, lay them in your lap. Grip them, grip them, grip them, grip them, right up to your chin. Open wide your little mouth. Do not let them in. Okay, and that's it. The first smile breaks.
Beautiful.
Yes.
I love that. So tell me, what are the positive aspects of doing that while you're changing a nappy?
Okay. It forms the bond and the connection with the child, and the trust, the relationship develops over the years. So when the children feel and see and experience that I'm calm and relaxed, they're more relaxed and calm. And this generally is a sure hit sign, the first icebreaker when a baby is settling into my care. They pick my body vibes and they're happily and relaxed and settled.
I love that connection and
Yes.
relationships. I love that, Sree Devi. What about you mentioned babies when they start when they start, do you have a song that you do with the baby on your lap, or?
Yes, there are few songs we do, and again, That is to connect with the child, generally in my lap. If it's a very small baby, I hold the baby in my lap.
Do
Or
it,
if
do it, do it.
oh, just make them sit in my lap and hold them, and we can sing the song on a lap. Or for older babies who are like strong in the back, I hold them on my knees and I do this song. And it's jelly on the plate. So I stretch my knees out and make them sit on my knees and lift my legs a bit and start bouncing the child on my knees. And it goes like this: jelly on the plate, jelly on the plate, wibble wobble, jelly on the plate, jelly on the plate, jelly on the plate, wibble wobble, jelly on the floor. And the anticipation, the excitement, the smiles on the face, it sure is heartwarming for me to watch.
So tell me, with movement, give me an example of you doing a dance with the children. I know I've seen you do freeze. Can you talk about that one?
Yes, sometimes the children lead me and they request the songs, and that's the children's voice into my program, and we do that song for them. Or sometimes I use it as a means to teach new songs, introduce new vocab and things. So generally, in the recent days, the top hit songs, and Freeze is one of them. Freeze is a dance music song, which is from YouTube. We play the music in the background and we follow and copy the songs it says. But the important thing is, like, when they say freeze, we freeze and stop the action and freeze. So the actions might be as simple as jump, 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 or swing, sway, and then we freeze.
What do children learn doing that? So what do you write up for the documentation?
Right. Now, in freeze song, we are meant to be listening to the actions, and when it says freeze, to freeze, to have that self-regulation, to follow, listen, follow, and self-regulate that action. We need lots of concentration. So there's heaps of learning, heaps of experiences happening in a simple song that we see as having fun and playing.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
this gets us readiness for life skills of when we go on the road, when we cross a road, we stop at the signals, we have to wait, we have to follow. It's the same attributes but we are learning it and experiencing it in a fun way, in a safe place, like in the comfort of our house.
Love that. So you're transferring the knowledge from your beautiful lounge room to when they're crossing the road.
Yes.
All with music and movement.
Yes.
And I know you get out a lot, don't you?
Yes, a lot. As long as we complete all the risk assessments. So fortunate to be in a family daycare scenario where we can do programs to run to our strengths and that suits our particular needs.
You're obviously very comfortable singing and dancing in front of, because I've seen you in front of children and other adults.
Yes.
What about those educators who get nervous about that? What do you say to them?
Well, it's quite normal. It's quite normal for some. Every person is unique and different, and they have their own strengths and needs and abilities. So it's okay to say, I'm not comfortable, but I'll show you some quick props and ways we can work it out. So just like any skill, like some are born with it, some we need to make a conscious effort to develop. And there is no right or wrong way when it comes to music or movement or dancing or, go with the flow, listen to your heart, feel it, and there you go, you get it. Well, if you want, I can show you some quick props. Or sometimes what really works for me is turning on.
What's that?
Introducing light. Light. It's a LED light. Disco light. Yeah? Or using scarves. Anything.
What do you do with the scarves?
Just hold it, turn the music on, and sway around. Voila.
Lovely, lovely.
sometimes having torches. There we go. Light does magic.
I've got one of those, yeah.
Or even things like a fan. And there is no end. These are like resources, but
What do you do
sometimes
with the fan, Sree Devi?
and the gentle swaying movements come in.
I love that.
And guess what? We're so lucky. We have a beautiful backyard. Australia is very green. Melbourne
Yeah.
part of it, it's very green.
What do you do with that?
Yeah, we just use them as props. Have fun.
I love props, being a theatre person. I love, and also using a prop. Well, you tell me, what's the advantage of using a prop for a child?
Especially when you say you're a bit shy or nervous, or when you say you're not comfortable, a prop really gives you the it makes you move without your knowledge. Try imagining holding something in your hand. Automatically, your body moves. So, yes, anything. And that is what it is. And that's the first step to break the ice and get comfortable.
I love that. And as you said before about connections and relationships, the joy of that.
Yeah.
Tell me, how much time should a family daycare educator spend on music, movements, storytelling?
I personally believe there is no set time to say 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, go with the flow. Some days more, some days less. But most of all, make sure you're having the fun and you're enjoying every moment of it. You can have music as part of everyday learning routines when we go to kinder, when we just before relaxing to bed, or, like to beat the wet, cold Melbourne mornings. We do a lot of action songs in the house. Yeah. Whichever way, there's no right or wrong way as to how much we do, but please do it, enjoy it.
I love that. It's all about fun and enjoying yourself. And when family daycare educator says to me, "Oh, I hate my voice," I'm not even hearing that. I'm watching the connection. I'm watching the fun.
Yes.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Sree Devi?
I just want to talk about something special or unique I've been doing since 2014. This is we go and we go attend and meet friends from our local aged care center. This started off as an intergenerational music program in 2014, where I used to travel long distances, but then we found a place close to our home. During COVID, the program stopped, unfortunately. So how we started doing it is I take my children, we practice songs in the house, we practice dances in the house, whatever they ask for the children, and then we go and we actually perform for the residents. The smiles on the faces when they see us, or the happy faces, the way the children run to the entrance of the old age home, knowing that we are going to perform or we're going to hear a story from our friends and things, the interactions and the bonding. I know I do a great job, and I know I'm connecting the past and the future generations together. And at the same time, I'm healing. I miss my parents. So for me, it is a healing thing to go and do this. So it's a win-win scenario. I would say to every educator out there, we are very fortunate. Family daycare allows us to go out into the community. So find your resources, find a unique way of doing it. What works for you? Complete the paperwork, and we should be able to achieve whatever we set our mind for. Spread the good word of family daycare. It's a great service, and I'm pretty sure, we'll have a great future together.
I love that, Sree Devi, and that it's not just a one-off with the elderly people, is it? It's a long-term. It's
Yes,
reciprocal relationships, isn't it? The
yes.
benefit of that.
And recently, one of the residents up there had 105 years birthday. 105. And the hilarious part is my kids couldn't figure out what 105 is. We stop at 20, 30, 40 in accounting. But that's amazing. That's amazing.
Amazing.
And we have formed these bonds. We have seen them for like nearly 4 or 5 years in this particular place here.
I love
We have
that.
been meeting them so regularly, yeah.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for all the extraordinary experiences you give to children and making a difference to children and families, particularly with the creative arts. Thank you, Sree Devi.
Thank you, Louise. Thank you for inviting me over, and thank you for giving me this privilege to spread the good word of what I do. Thank you.